yeah, this is just the best race in the world. And the crowd was actually crazy. I have never experienced anything like that before. I did have a smile on my face the whole way, like almost crying, but you know, in the good and bad ways, you know.
And speaking of the crowd, how was that Tower Bridge moment for you?
Do you know what? I actually wrote on my hand, lock in, look up. You can do hard things. I can do hard things. And I kept being like, lock in and look up, because I think it's so easy to kind of just not. And I actually had to kind of take my hat off and kind of go like this at so many points around the race, because it is all about that. My name's Claire, and I'm originally from Watford.
Okay, and you've just completed the London Marathon. I see your medal.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
Congratulations,
Thanks.
well done. How do you feel?
Overwhelmed. Yeah, completely overwhelmed. It's a very full circle moment. I used to run the mini marathon for my athletics club, Harrow Athletics Club, who sort of introduced me to the world of athletics. And I used to do that when I was younger, and then went to university and just kind of fell off the bandwagon. And then just sort of later in life, as in after uni, I just found my love for running again. So today was really about just really enjoying it and taking in the crowd and trying to run as fast as I could. I didn't get the time that I wanted, but actually it doesn't matter. I've raised nearly £2,500 for a charity that I care a lot about, the British Red Cross, who are a humanitarian organisation. They're in places like Gaza, Lebanon, Sudan. They do incredible things, and to be able to run 26.2 miles and have raised that much money, like nothing tops it. Like it's, yeah, I'm very overwhelmed.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
and that
thanks.
is what London Marathon is all about. There's
Definitely.
no race that raises as much charity as London.
Yeah.
But just on that, so that we don't miss it,
Yeah.
if someone wanted to donate there,
Yeah.
is there a link or like a website you could just quickly promote?
Yeah, so I guess I don't know what my Just Giving page would be called, but you could probably definitely reach out to the British Red Cross and donate directly to their page, or my name's Claire Wolf, so you could try and find my Just Giving page. But yeah, this is just the best race in the world, and the crowd was actually crazy. I have never experienced anything like that before. I did have a smile on my face the whole way, like almost crying, but you know, in the good and bad ways, you know.
And speaking of the crowd, how was that Tower Bridge moment for you?
Do you know what? I actually wrote on my hand, lock in, look up. You can do hard things. I can do hard things. And I kept being like, lock in and look up, because I think it's so easy to kind of just not. And I actually had to kind of take my hat off and kind of go like this at so many points around the race, because it is all about that.
Yeah, you want to be present, but it is also so difficult because it's also overwhelming.
Yeah.
And it just flashes by, right?
Exactly, it does, yeah.
And what reason did you choose the charity that you chose?
So the British, yeah. So I've run some half marathons for the British Red Cross before. I mean, the refugee crisis and sort of the international conflicts that are going on. The British Red Cross are an impartial, independent charity doing incredible work around the world. And I've volunteered for a refugee charity before, and I just felt like I actually cannot believe that I can't believe that I got chosen to do it for them, but it's a cause I care deeply about, and yeah, I'm just over the moon.
Is it something you have to apply to do then?
Yeah, you have to
It's very
apply.
high
You have to
demand.
apply. Yeah. So I'd ran another race with them, and then I messaged them being like, "Hey, I'd really love to run for you," and they gave me a spot. So I'm honestly elated.
You've done them so proud today.
Thanks.
Like you said, it's not all about the finish time, and it is going to be impacted by a hot day like
yeah, it doesn't
today.
matter. Like it does.
Matter.
Obviously, it does. Like my ego, it matters, but it actually doesn't matter.
No.
Like in years to come, I was actually originally always inspired by my auntie and my uncle, who used to have a photo on their wall of a London Marathon. So ever since I was a child, I think subconsciously it always kind of played into my head that, you know, if they can do it, anyone can do anything, you know, within reason. But it's just inspo from my auntie and uncle.
Well, what I love to hear, it sounds like London Marathon has a lot of historic value to you. So
Yeah.
you talked about the mini marathon.
Yeah.
And for those listening in that don't know what that
Yeah.
is, it's the marathon that takes place the day before, but for kids. So it's like a shorter distance race. Right?
Yeah, so it's club level. I think there are two, so there's like club level. So I used to run for an athletics club, and then they gave me, I sort of had to qualify, and then I think it used to be longer actually. I think the race used to be like 4.5K. I think it's changed now, and then I think there's also like a school level one.
Yep.
But that's also amazing.
Yep.
You know, athletics clubs are where, if you have a passion for it,
Yeah.
you know, it's the best place ever.
And there are many amazing marathons in the world, but there's only one that gets 1.1 million people registering to do it, and it's
Yeah.
only 60,000 places.
Yeah, crazy.
Why do you think it is London is the most popular in terms of registrations?
It's just so iconic, isn't it? Like London, we're so privileged. I'm so privileged to be British, and just this is like home turf. So I think there's a lot of history in London, so many beautiful landmarks, good weather, good weather, but you know, relatively a good time of year to be running a marathon, just iconic, like through and through. So yeah.
Yep. And how many marathons have you run in total?
This is my 6th marathon.
Okay, so very experienced.
I wouldn't say, well, I do it for fun. I've always just kind of, this is the most pressure I've ever put myself under to run a marathon quickly. And it didn't go to plan, but like, I genuinely used to just sign up to them and just kind of run them wherever I was living at the time.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it's good for your mental health, really good for your mental health.
And it sounds like it won't be your last one.
No.
So you can still always keep hitting those targets.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get them,
Exactly.
sometimes you won't.
Yeah, it's all about just so good for your mental health, getting outside, like no phone, no headphones, and just taking it all in and just relax. You know, it's just being present in the moment and like looking at the trees, looking at the colours, thinking about the sounds. I don't know, it sounds silly, but it's true.
No, I mean, all of that sounds so amazing. And if I wasn't a runner and I was watching at home, I'd think, oh, I would like to do that. It sounds great.
Yeah.
But many runners or people, when they start to run, they find it quite difficult. Maybe sometimes they can also quit too soon. What advice would you have for people who are new to running and they find it quite hard at the start?
I genuinely would just say, honestly, even if you ran down the road or round the block or just walked some, ran some, maybe find a friend to do it with. Like, I think there's a lot of comparison with social media and stuff. Actually find a rhythm that like suits you. Like, you know, sometimes I run so slow, but it's not about the pace, it's about how it makes you feel. So run to feel, I think maybe just see how you can, how far you can run if you want to run far, or just break it down. Like, it doesn't have to be overwhelming.
Run, walk.
Exactly, yeah.
You have
definitely.
to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll let you go now,
Thanks.
but what do you plan to do to celebrate?
My friends are meeting me at the pub, and all my family, and my auntie who ran the marathon, and so she ran the marathon she ran it in 2010. She's here today and she's over the moon. So yeah, go and celebrate with all of them. Yeah.
Excellent. Go and enjoy it.
Thank
You deserve it, and well done for all that money you've raised for
Thank you.
charity.
I'm elated.
That is absolutely amazing.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.